Hey RAs, wanted to take the time to say hello and thank you for really chiming in and clicking on the link really and listening to this quick message from me. For some of you who may not know me, my name is Dr. Yui Chu. I am the Director of Housing and Residence Life at VSU and wanted to just send you a quick update. Again, to say hi, to say congratulations on being on staff for us for this upcoming year and really just to give you an update about your positions, about COVID-19, about what's going on campus. I know that some of you have tried to keep track of what's going on campus and all the messages that we're sending out, but wanted to put it all in one place so that you can kind of have everything in front of you. Um, First off, again, I wanted to say congrats. This is an opportunity for us and really for you to think about what it is that your role can be. We are excited to have you here. I know that the applicant pool was definitely challenging for us to select the individuals that we needed, but you made it. You're here, and really wanted to just kind of put that out there. I remember one of the first times that I was an RA. Um, Geez, I can't even remember the year it was now. But it was my sophomore year. I remember that much. But just the impact that you can have, right? Of this being there for your students, being there for your residents, and really just that connection piece that you have with them is second to none in kind of a lifetime of experiences. And so, congratulations to you. Um, for being on our team. Again, we're excited to have you, and hopefully you can get the most out of it, just as I did many years ago. But just to kind of give you a quick update. First off, again, congrats, but then also really thinking about what this COVID-19 has done for us as kind of the state of Georgia, for the nation, for VSU, really, and really how it's going to impact you. Because I know a lot of you have probably a lot of questions of what it's going to look like in the fall. And so just to kind of give you a quick update of where we are as an institution, where that stands. Some of you did see a couple of posts from our marketing or our communications team from VSU and even our president. Um, but our teams have actually been kind of teleworking and remoting for most of the summer, actually since March. Since the end of March, early April is when we started to kind of say, hey, let's try to take control of some of this. And so we allowed a lot of our staff to telework from home in order to kind of still get things done. That plan has the plan for return for work has kind of been implemented at this point, where over the next 10 weeks, we'll start to see a gradual return of our staff on campus. And this is faculty, staff, administration, and all that, with yours truly as a housing department being one of the first to come back starting next week. And we're excited for that because I think a lot of us are ready to hit the ground running with kind of planning for the fall and making sure that you have everything that you need and our residents and students have everything they need to be successful for the fall. And so with that, we'll start coming back next week and really right up until kind of the move-in time frame of where that is. And so with that, what we wanted to share is that the communications team had put something out this past week saying that VSU is having face-to-face classes in the fall, even though it may look different. And so there are a couple of different opportunities for us to engage in what that face-to-face looks like. And it really depends on the professors, the classes, and what that looks like. Obviously, we are still going to have some social distancing guidelines in place for those classrooms. We won't really be meeting in any classrooms that really kind of go against the CDC or Board of Regents guidelines. And so you'll start to see a lot of different things: flipped classrooms, high flex classrooms, flex schedules, where individuals are coming in, one day if it's a 2-day a week kind of a piece, and then watching the class online the other day. And so there's a lot of different variables there, but I do know that VSU has announced, among some other USG schools within the system, that we are going back to face-to-face in the fall. And so what that means for you all is a couple of different things, right? We do have plans, just to kind of clear it up, but we do have plans to house all of our students in our residence halls. And with that, we've been working with physical plant, with environmental occupation safety, with UPD, with auxiliary services, dining, and all of that to try to figure out what's the best way to, one, bring everyone back to campus, but then also keep you safe, keep you secure, keep you healthy within the halls. And so just know that, like Amanda said, in the newsletter that you just read, we've been working tirelessly since March and April to try to figure this out. And as best as we can, we've put everything in place to where we'll have all of those kind of different avenues in place in order for you to feel safe on campus, as well as our residents to feel safe on campus. Really, anybody that comes to campus. Our physical plants and auxiliary team have increased their cleaning and have committed to increase their cleaning. Um, Hang on just a second. Um, no, he's good. My son is playing Mario Kart right now, and he's trying to figure it out. So pause. Whew. I'm so glad we have a pause feature on this thing. Um, but expect the unexpected, obviously, with kind of the work from home, return to campus, and really trying to figure all of this out. And promise you that was not planned, but it was perfect for this. So in thinking about that, again, I think I left off. We're just talking about physical plant, our cleanliness pieces. We're having automatic kind of touchless hand sanitizers installed in each one of the lobbies. We're going to try to get them in each one of the community rooms, kitchens, really high touch point areas that we have, or at least communal areas that we have. Physical plant, again, has increased their cleaning to where they're going to do more in our traditional halls, in the bathrooms, on the counters, elevator buttons where we have them, egress doors, handles, and really just anything to really try to prevent the kind of spread of coronavirus, or at least just keep people safe within the halls. And that's kind of going to kind of be their standard going into the fall. And so with that, just know that there are some things that are going to change for us. We know that, and we wanted to be upfront with you all first to kind of explain some of these changes to you, just so that you can kind of get a heads up of what it's going to look like in the fall and how you are entering into the space for us. Again, this is something that I don't think anybody has anticipated ever to really reopen in kind of this manner, in this engagement manner. But obviously we are amongst other institutions across the nation trying to figure this out. And I think we're not the only ones that are opening. We're not the only ones that are there. There are some systems that have closed. There are some things that are going on. But we've made the conscious decision to say, you know what, I think we can do it and keep everybody safe, and here's how. And so with that, I know that Erica and Amanda are going to share with you all kind of a COVID agreement or COVID update that we have, kind of sharing a lot of the things that I just talked about with physical plant. But it also details in there a couple of things that you should be aware of as far as cleanliness, as far as what your role is going to be in order to kind of move forward. And so with that, just know that your engagement is going to change a little bit, right? For those of us who have 40, 50, 60 residents, 90 residents, whatever the case may be, just understand that our community gatherings are going to look different. We're not going to be able to get everybody all together in one space. We may have to do it to where there's only 5 people, max 10, that get together for kind of an event or a program or something that you all are doing in the halls. And that's just going to be the norm. We're also going to have to reimagine what that looks like with engagement. Over the course of March and April before the end of the semester, a lot of great things came out on the virtual realm for us to participate in. I know that Student Life did a lot of things on either Kahoot or Trivia or just kind of the Zoom platforms, Microsoft Teams. And so you'll have that opportunity as well to really familiarize yourself with some of those platforms and really think about what engagement looks like on a virtual scale, and think about, what is it that we really need our residents to get? What is it that we need our residents or want our residents to have, and really look at it from that lens and say, we can deliver this to you, and just going to look a little differently. Um, Our health and safety checks might look differently, right? You all aren't going to necessarily have to enter into a student's room anymore. There's going to be an agreement with the resident, an agreement with the student that says, hey, you got to sign up for a virtual health and safety check to make sure that things are still good for you, make sure that things are looking right for you, making sure that you're keeping everything kind of clean, healthy, and so forth. And so, really thinking about that, your kind of response to crisis, response to conduct might look a little differently. Um, not necessarily saying that you don't do it, but when you do encounter any instances, really thinking about what that looks like for you, with the spacing, and what that looks like for the residents, what that looks like for UPD, anybody else who's responding to that. And so just know that we're still working through some of those pieces, but just understand that what you participated in last year, if you're a returning RA, or what you saw last year as engagement from a resident standpoint, is definitely going to be different. And that's okay. And for us, it's really working through this together and trying to figure out what's going to be the best way to keep our students engaged, keep our residents engaged, keep our floors and halls engaged, but still remain as safe as possible. Now, I do know that along those same realms, we are going to have uh, what we call PPE equipment available for you, right? And so that's masks, hand sanitizers, wipes, and those kind of pieces for you to, if you want to engage in kind of that capacity, that we are going to ask that you wear those things, because part of understanding where the virus comes from and how it's spread is thinking about how we can prevent some of those things from happening. And so for us, it's cloth masks that we're going to provide. But if you have some of your own, you can bring some as well. But we're going to have those things available to you. We're going to have gloves available to you so that when you're doing walks, when you're doing rounds, when you're engaging with residents, either in a kind of community gathering, or if you want to do a health and safety inspection in person, you feel like it's easier. Like, we're going to ask that you wear those masks and gloves in order to do so. And so just thinking about that, and just knowing that we're here for you, that we're wanting to be here with you, and that we are going to give you everything that you need in order to be successful. And that hasn't changed from day one. And you've heard this from Erica, Amanda, Mark, Jenny, myself. If you've ever heard us talk, it's about what is it that you need in order to be successful. And a lot of it is understanding what resources that you have, and understanding what kind of pieces that you um, have available to you to kind of do. And so with that, just know that this is kind of where we are. This is who we are. This is kind of what we're doing. And so just know that, again, we are open in the fall. We are going to be here. Our move-in plan is going to look a little differently. Our understanding of kind of where you are with kind of moving in, with trainings, is going to look differently. Um, but at the same time, we're still here for that V-State experience. We're still here together within this, and so just understand that we've got everything under control, in the sense of being able to bring you back safely, being able to bring the residents back safely. It's going to look a lot different move-in day, with it spread out over 4 or 5 days, maybe even 6 days, as opposed to one full day. But also your role within move-in is going to change with that. But a lot more detail is going to come out about that in the coming weeks, as we start to explore what this looks like. And definitely before the fall starts, or even before training starts, you'll hear more information about kind of where that is, and how that goes. And so um, again, though, I can't be more excited to have you on staff. I can't be more excited to kind of be with you in this space, to navigate this with you all. I am really, really blessed, and feel very fortunate to have you with us. I'm really excited about what the year is going to bring, and I just realized that I've been looking at the camera to try to figure out, where the eye contact is, but that probably makes me look up, and I should have been looking just straight at the screen. Awkward, but and Erica is probably rolling her eyes right now, but that's okay. I don't care. And so with that, I am open to any questions that you might have. Obviously, this is a recording, and so we're going to just kind of go from here. And then if you have any questions, make sure that Erica and Amanda have it. Make sure that they see it. Make sure that um, provide that to them, and we'll try to get that back to you as soon as possible. But again, the university is open for the fall semester as of right now. A normal opening, we're going to open. We're going to start classes in our normal kind of capacity in which we had, at least date-wise, and what that looks like. Our residence halls are open. We are going to be fully occupied in the hall, which means that all the suites, all the rooms, all the roommates, everything is going to be um, quote unquote normalized on campus when it comes to occupancy. But things are just going to change with how that looks like, how engagement looks like, how health looks like, how safety looks like, and those pieces. So just be aware of that. And if you have any questions, have any concerns, please let me know. There's probably some things that I did leave out, but I wanted to make sure to just kind of share some quick updates with you, let you know how excited I really am to have you back on campus with us, have you on our team, and then just let you know that we're in this together, all of us, including myself. And so take care. Have a great rest of the summer. As I know that some of you are kind of finalizing some of those before you move back with us, but excited to have you. Stay safe. Thanks.